let's start standing. Feet nice and wide, toes at a diagonal. Legs nice and straight. Let's just bring the hands to the hips. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Close your eyes. Deep inhale through the nose. Feel the ribs expand. Exhale through the mouth. Feel everything melt in. Inhale through the mouth. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift those arms up. Let the shoulders, let everything reach up. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Left hand to hip. Right arm up and over. Bend over to the left. Bring the body back up. Let's switch sides. Right hand to the right hip. Left arm up. Reach over to the right. Bring the body back to center. Let's take a bend in the knees. Little bounces just to find the bend, the natural bend in the knees. You bring your hands to your hips. And then straighten the legs. Reach that left arm behind you, right arm in front of you. Twist over to the left. Bring the hands back to your hips. Reverse that. So left arm front, right arm back. Twist. Imagine I'm pulling both arms, twisting you, wringing you out like a wash rag. And then bring everything back to center. Bend the knees. Twist over to the left. Come back to center. Opposite, over to the right. Keep those knees bent. Come back to center. Straighten the legs. Right arm up overhead. Bend over to the left. Come back up. Left arm up overhead. Over to the right. Come back to center. Let's turn our feet to parallel. So now I want your toes completely facing the front of the room. Bend the knees, straighten. Bend the knees, straighten. Just feeling our bearings. Tuck the chin to the chest, roll through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. All the way down as low as you can go. You can bend your knees if you have to. When you reach your lowest point, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let it be heavy. Wiggle those shoulders. Grab your elbows, grab opposite elbows. And then I want you to just sway right and left. So your legs are still nice and wide. And we're just swinging right and left. Warming up those hamstrings, the backs of the legs. And then find stillness. Take a deeper bend in those knees as if you're taking a seat on a bench. And you're gonna roll it through the spine, but place your hands on your knees. Pull that low belly in and roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way to stand, slowly straightening the legs. Roll the shoulders back, bring the head right back on top of the spine. Ears are over the shoulders. Let's do that again. Tuck the chin into the chest, little bend in those knees. Roll through the spine, be a rag doll, be a zombie, just rolling down. When you get to your lowest point, I want you to nod your head yes, shake your head no. And then place your hands on your knees, take a bend in the knees. Really important, pull in that low belly, keep the chin down to the chest, roll up through the spine. So boop, 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 stacking one on top of the other. Everything is heavy, my legs straighten, my shoulders roll back, which brings my head on top of my spine. Inhale, reach those arms up. This time, think of your shoulders pressing down the back, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. And then reach the fingertips up, crunching those shoulders up to the ears. So think of a turtle, right? So our shoulders go down the back and we're like a turtle sticking your head out of the shell. And then your head goes back in the shell. And then head comes out, and then in. And then let's pull that head out of our shell. Flip the palms to the front of the room. Bring your elbows down to your side. Do you feel your shoulders plugged into your back here? It feels nice, right? Now, a lot of you might be sticking your chest out like this, so we want to think of our ribs pulling up a zipper, a really tight jacket, pulling up a zipper, pulling those ribs in. So now we're not splaying our chest out, we're neutral. So reach those hands up. Our head is out of the shell,
And then pull those elbows into your side, but keep those ribs in. So imagine we are in between two walls, so we have to keep everything in line. We can't splay our bodies out because we're in between two walls. So hands reach up, be a turtle, stick your head out of the shell, adjust your ribs now, press an imaginary wall away, and then bend those elbows into your side. So now we're really working our lats and stretching these guys out. So reach those arms up, exhale, bring them down. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach them up, exhale, bring them down. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Let's just shift our hips from right to left. Don't worry, nobody's watching you. Just move those hips. Getting into the hip joints. Let's make circles in one direction. You can close your eyes if you want to. Let's make circles the other direction. Good, and then find stillness. Let's bend into this right leg. Little bends, and then I want you to kind of bounce. Bend into the left leg, and same thing, just bounce. I want you to feel your weight over that body part. Over to the right. Over to the left. Right. Hands can be on your hips. Left. Let's go over to the right. Bend into that leg. Reach those arms up. So now we're working on different balance points, stretching different things. Lean over to the right. Pull those elbows in just like we were doing, but keep a bend in that leg. So we're kind of working the quad a little bit. Reach up and over, just feeling a stretch in the side body. There's no wrong way to do this. And pull that elbow in, straighten that leg. Bend into the left. Lean over to the left, feeling that stretch, working that quad, feeling our body placement. Pull the elbow in just like we were doing before. And lean over to the left. Pull that elbow in. One more over to the left. Pull that elbow in, straighten those legs, little bounces. Let's bring our feet together, hip distance apart. Let's pedal through the feet a little bit. So just moving through the feet, pedaling up and down, up and down, up and down. Nothing fast. Imagine you're kind of in like peanut butter or something. Just like lifting the heels, kind of like, ugh, there's bubble gum stuck under my shoe. Like visualize that motion. And then find stillness. Let's take those legs out wide again. Toes at a diagonal. Arms out to the side. Bend into that right leg. Reach this left arm towards the floor. If you cannot touch the floor, that's not a problem. You can use a yoga block. You can pull over a chair and try to touch the chair. Or worst case, try to touch your knee, okay? And then bring the body up. Over to the right. Left, over to the left. Bring the body up, over to the right. Lift up. When you lift up, you're using those glute muscles. Over to the left. When I come up, I'm squeezing this glute. I'm squeezing the left glute to help pull my body up. Over to the right, using this right butt muscle, squeezing it to stand. One more, each side, over to the left. Come on up. Arms up. Bring those hands down. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Now, hands come to hips. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Turn those toes back to parallels. Now we're changing our feet placement. Everything facing front. So imagine you're on roller skates, but your legs got out really wide. I'm sure we've all done this as kids. Okay, stay in that position here. Don't stick your butt out. I want your butt in line. Everything's centered. Hands come to your hips. Pull that belly in because that's going to support you. We're just going to hinge at the hips. Our goal is to create a flat back, a standing desk again. All about the standing desks. Now, if you aren't here, that's okay. If you're up here, that's fine. Where we're feeling this is the backs of the legs. We're also working our core, and we're just working on elongating our spine. The goal, though, is to get over into this flat back. If you are in this flat back position, play with your weight. If you're more over your toes, you're going to feel a deeper stretch in your calf muscles. If you're over your heels, you're going to feel a little bit more in your hamstrings. So play with where your body is in space. Low belly is pulled in to support the low back, so it doesn't dip down. And then squeeze those butt muscles to pull the body back up to stand. And then forward fold, flat back. Bring the body up. Let's do this again. Forward fold. Hinging at the hips and pull the body up. Bend the knees. Just bring those legs back together. Give each leg a little shake. Find stillness. Inhale, let's reach those arms up again. Feet parallel, feet hip distance apart. Very comfortable here. Exhale, bring those arms down. Let's reach those arms up. Grab the right wrist, okay? We're gonna lift up through the side body. So you're really lifting, you're tractioning through that wrist. Again, don't hurt yourself. It's very minimal movement. I'm exaggerating a little bit just for emphasis, but lift, pull up through that wrist. You're feeling a stretch all through the side body, and then lean over to the left. Deep breath. Now, if your body is more forward folded, try getting it in line. So again, imagine that we're in between two walls, so you can't be forward or back. Like a piece of bread in a toaster. A yoga instructor said that to me before, and I thought that was a good analogy. And then bring the body up to center. Switch hands. So grab the wrist of that left arm. Lift it up, 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 up. Exhale, over to the side. Also, imagine you had two magnets on your back, and there's a refrigerator behind you. Boop, opening up the chest. It's just a different stretch. If you are forward, you're gonna feel a different stretch. So you're not wrong, but let's try to get this really focused stretch. And then bring the body up, hands come down. Let's make circles with our arms. Breathing. Reverse those circles. Good, find stillness. Let's step our right leg out. We're gonna bend into our left leg. Our heel is touching the ground. So it's like we're doing one of these like cutesy little dances. So that right leg is out at a diagonal. Our toes are up to the ceiling. My left knee is bent. I'm gonna stick my butt out this time. I typically don't like butt sticking out, but this particular stretch, we're gonna stick our butt out, and you're gonna feel that stretch in the back of the leg. So I'm here for starters, and then my butt is going out. I'm hinging. All these pieces we worked on throughout the stretch sequence so far is helping us get to here. And now we're stretching the back of this leg. Flat back, it doesn't have to be completely flat. It can be whichever angle you want, but I want a straight spine, not rounded. Sticking the butt out. You can sway a little bit, almost like you're squishing a bug with your heel. And you'll feel a little bit different stretch in different areas. I know it's a lot of work on this quad. And then bring the body up, switch legs, march it out a little bit. And bend into this right leg. Left heel, squishing that bug. Toes up to the ceiling. Hands on hips, belly in, hinge forward, stick that booty out. Feel that stretch all through that back leg. Again, to play with this stretch, intensifying it, feeling in different areas, you can always bring a little movement into it. Like you're squishing a bug. But everything you do, do it gently, because you don't know how your body's going to react to it. And then bring the feet together, march it out. So much work on those quads, that stretch. And let's do one last roll down. So let's bring our legs wide again. Toes parallel, so everything facing the front of the room. Tuck that chin into your chest. One vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way down. Feel this on that low back. It should feel really good. Let the head be heavy. Let the shoulders be heavy. You can take soft fists. So basically just making a circle with your fingers, and then just light taps on that low back, on your hips. And then find stillness. If your hands touch the floor, you can walk your hands out further. Try to keep those heels down. Deep breath.
If you are still up here, knees bent all the way up, that is totally fine. Just keep breathing. Again, these are great points for you to gauge your flexibility level over the course of the next 31 days, or 29, or whatever day we're on. And shift the weight forward and back, so into your toes, into the heels. Feel the difference of where the stretch is. Then find stillness, bend the knees nice and deep, like you're taking a seat on a bench. Pull that low belly in, roll it through the spine, let the heavy, wiggle those shoulders. Rounding up, roll those shoulders back, bring that head on top of the spine. One last time, arm circles. Exhale, other side. Reverse. Bring those feet hip distance apart, bring those arms down by your side. One final twist to each side, bend the knees. Left arm behind you, right arm in front of you. Twist, 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 twist. Like a wash rag, I'm bringing you out. Bring the hands back to center. Right arm back, left arm forward. Twist, twist, twist. Come back to center, arms down. Inhale, reach those arms up. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring those arms down. I'll see you tomorrow.